press the wrong button. I think. I don't know. Let's try it. Okay. So I'll say that question about year 9, and it was about. Don't we, I can just edit this a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So if you put your glasses back on though, because I think you had your
I know,
glasses
no, I'm
back
just.
down. I'm good for that. Good. So like one of the year 9s was asking around the sort of the sort of skills that you're trying to get out of an interview. You're trying to put across, but actually. Having that little nugget of information at the end there of you really showing that you're interested in the company is probably going to have more impact on the interviewer remembering you and thinking that you're really keen. Would that be the case, do you think, than saying I'm brilliant at this and for the rest of the interview?
Yeah, the interview's a two-way process, so it's really important that you are not only asking questions, they're asking questions of you, but you're getting to know them as well, asking questions. You're asking questions of them.
We've gone. Let's go that again because I've not gone from right. We'll go from that. I'll ask that question, but that was a good answer. So yeah, it was one of the year 9s from Carmel was asking around what skills to really show in an interview, and you can say till you're blue in the face, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, and have some evidence to back it up. Brilliant. But asking that little question at the end will make you probably stick out in the interviewer's mind. Do you think to really show that you're particularly interested?
Yeah, it's really important that you do your research because it's what it's showing to the employer. Is that you've taken the time out to think. It's a two-way conversation. So they're not just asking questions of you, but you're asking questions of them because you want to get to know them not as much as people, but as a company as well. So if you find some information on the website that's relevant to the interview, then bring that out into the interview. So I remember that there was a particular news story last week. So what has that impacted? The shop floor staff or productivity, that kind of thing. So show that you're interested because that's a really important aspect.
So you could prepare almost a question before you go in, knowing that you're going to just try and make that last minute impression right at the end.
Yeah, preparation is absolutely key. It's really important that you prepare for the interview. You prepare for because that preparation will give you the confidence that you need throughout that interview. You're not constantly worried about what's going to happen. Do the research on the kind of questions that you'll be asked. There's some really interesting questions that you'll be asked in that interview.
Okay. Well, you've covered a lot of ground today, and we've had so many questions from the students, and often you answered one person's question or 2 or 3 all in one go. But for a young person sat at school now, they're probably year 10, year 11. They're thinking about, do I want to go to college? Do I want to go further university? Do I want to go straight into the world of work? Do I want to go to an apprenticeship? What sort of advice would you give for those young people to think about what to achieve the things that they actually want to do?
Well, go out there and get some experience. Go and meet people. When I left school, I ended up working at various different places: Booker's Cash and Carry, Woolworths. I was flipping burgers at a chip shop for many years, and I went to Camp America, and I've organised all sorts of different experiences. So all of those experiences have given me it's given me skills that I would never have got at school, which is learning about people, learning about industry, learning about the kind of things that I'm good at, not so good at, that I would need to brush up on. So if you're not sure about what you want to do when you leave school, still go out and find a job, because something might come out of that. When I left school, when I came back after Camp America, I was 21 years old. I landed myself a job as a security guard at a shopping centre. And it was only through that experience and working there and learning about the shopping centre and learning about the people am I where I am now. I didn't leave school thinking I was going to be a shopping centre manager or a property manager. I wanted to be a cop. That's what I wanted to be. And that didn't come off. But be versatile. So if you want to do A and B, but C comes up, think, well, actually, I might give that a try. I've got a nephew of mine who went to study advanced mathematics at university. And he was there for about a week, and well, actually a bit more than a week, actually. Probably give him more credit than he's worth. But he realised that his skill sets were somewhere else, and he did a complete reverse on where he planned to go, and he's now a very successful graphic designer. And he's now created some fantastic pieces of work. But he didn't think about doing that when he left school. but through his experiences and the kind of things that he's put himself through after school, he's realised that his skill sets are somewhere else. So believe in yourself, have the confidence, and go and get that experience in the industry. Go and meet people and get people's skills, because they're the kind of things you don't get at school.
Yeah, and those are the things as well that are going to apply to so many different jobs, and yet you can't almost write them down. Absolutely. You just need to demonstrate them in those situations. Well, thank you so much today. Well, we've covered a lot of ground. Well, you've covered a lot of ground, certainly. And I'm sure you agree he's probably answered an awful lot of your questions. If you do suddenly think of one that you really want to ask him, though, by all means, email them in, because we still have contact with Mark. Might get him on camera again one time. But certainly we can put them to him, and I can even bring those questions out and start with them next time, because next week we're going to have Jasper, who's a franchisee for McDonald's, so he runs lots of McDonald's restaurants across the region. And he'll be answering similar sorts of questions, but also the questions that you want answered. You know, do you get a free lunch at McDonald's? Do you get to find the little secret things when you get all those little toys and things? Do you get behind the scenes? You can ask him those questions, and you can ask him for next Thursday. So please get your teachers to email in the questions. We'll get those out to him, and we'll see you next week. So until then, take care. Think carefully about the things you've heard today. Think about how they apply to you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.